Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a different one. We're going to be tackling an issue that I think most men deal with. And that is that men don't know when they truly hit their peak. Men are living by female timelines, guys. Because it's been pushed on us. The society has told us, it's lied to us, that people are dispensable by the time they're 30, right? Your 20s are the best time of your life, and you will never get this time back. Enjoy it as much as you can. Once you hit 30, life gets serious. You need to take care of a family and all those things. So you get old when you hit 30. You see all these 28, 29-year-olds that I speak to. They will come up to me like, oh yeah, bro, like we're old now. It's your time. You guys need to take over. We're old. We're hitting our end now. But guys, this can't be further from the truth, especially for men, right? I say men age in reverse. And the reason for that is men aren't born with any value. We need to build our value. So it takes time to build value, guys. As an 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old, you're nobody. Nobody knows you. You're not that good looking. Plus, men's looks, no matter how good looking you are even, it doesn't take you too far. For women, beauty is very important, right? It could take a woman a long way if she's a beautiful person. If she's taking care of herself, she's well maintained, she's graceful, she's classy, she can go a long way. But if a man dresses well and is a good looking guy at 21 years old, 22 years old, nobody really cares, right? So men need to build their value. They need to progress towards their value. And that takes time. Hence, men hit their peak when they're about 31, anywhere between 30 to 37. I'd say close to 34, 35. Because as you get older, you make more money. People start taking you more seriously. Plus, there's more time. You've worked on yourself. Like, continuing from my previous video, treat your life like a fight. Rounds like years like rounds. It takes time to win those rounds, and it takes time to win that fight. So if a man starts working hard on himself in his early 20s or mid 20s, it must take him at least 10 to 12 years to be in a position where he's financially successful. He's built up a personality that people enjoy. He's built experiences as he's gone through life. He knows he has stories to talk about. He has leadership qualities where he's tackled problems. He's been in issues before that he can tackle, and he can be a better man altogether. And that takes him at least 10 to 15 years. All those things. He needs time to build that body. For women, it's very easy to go to the gym and build a body. Like this is not bro science, right? It is easier because they can have a higher body fat percentage and look good. A man can't. A man needs to be lean and shredded, right? His body fat percentage needs to be as low as possible. No guy wants a skinny girl. You get what I'm trying to say? But every girl would want a jacked guy. And the only way you can be jacked is you can't be skinny and have abs. That doesn't show anything. You're still frail. You need to have a good body. You need to be built, but you also need to be muscular and defined enough that your face isn't fat. You're not looking chubby. You're not looking bloated. So it takes time. All these things take time. Building a man's body takes time. Building a man's financial success takes time. Building a man's personality takes time. Building a man's humor takes time. Building a man's confidence takes time. Hence, when you're at 30, 31, 32, and you've worked on all those things, and you've also taken care of your skin, if you've started losing hair because of genetics reasons, you've gone on, and because you're financially stable, you've gone to Turkey or whatever you want and gotten a hair transplant for yourself, and now you're looking good, you're looking fabulous, you have an amazing physique, you're financially stable, you've got your hair and your skin perfectly fine, and now you're in the best place possible. Now every woman wants you because girls generally go for guys who are older than them, right? They love guys who are older than them. In fact, it's an ick for a lot of girls that a guy's younger or the same age as them. They want a leader, guys. They want someone to look up to. So we're not going to talk about the average guy. Yes, now the average guy is a 3 out of 10. And by the time he's 30, he's not taking care of himself. He's probably drunk himself to an abyss. And there's no way back. So I'm not talking about the average guy. I'm talking about the guy who's putting in the work, who's on self-improvement. Guys like you and I. Guys who are taking care of their skin. Guys who are putting in the work at the gym. Guys who are learning how to fight. Guys who are going out talking to more people. Guys who are reading books. Guys who are attaining education somewhere or the other. Guys who are leveling up in their careers. Guys who are ambitious. They know they have a plan to work towards their goals. Guys like that. Those guys don't get old by 30, guys. Don't listen to people saying 30 is old. 30 is extremely young, guys. 35 is extremely young. If you're 35, you can easily be with a 22, 23-year-old woman. A woman in her peak and you in yours. The only way it should be. Everybody deserves each other at their best. That's what I believe. Everybody deserves each other at their best. A woman looks for a man. A woman looks for success in a man, guys. A man can only be at his successful peak when he's put in the work and he's taken a few years. Men look for beauty in women, generally. They want to find as beautiful a wife as they can. A woman starts losing her beauty edge as she gets older. Even men do. Men will not look as handsome as they were when they were 25, 26 years old, when they're 37. But the other things just make up for that. They drop 2 points in looks, but they gain like 10 points in all the other things. So it makes up for it. Right? So like I said, everybody deserves each other on their peak. And men age in reverse, guys. Men age like wine. A man's life starts after 18. Look at most men around you. They're not mature enough still. They're really not mature enough. And yes, we can start taking responsibility and start getting mature earlier. And hats off to the guys who are 14, 15, 16 years old and putting in the work right now. Hats off to those guys. Those guys probably will hit their peak and their peak will be longer. Their peak might start at 26, 27 and their peak may go up till 37 or 45. But a guy who's starting to put in work in his mid-20s, his peak might start at 33, 34, 35 and may go up to 40, 44. Somewhere in that range. So yes, guys who put in the work earlier, their peak lasts longer. But your peak is still going to come at almost the same time. It's going to be after your 30s. Probably in your mid-30s. Maybe early, if you've put in a lot of good work. Right? So, that's the point of this video, guys. That stop living in the timeline that the world has dictated for you. Oh, I need to have a job by 24, I need to be married by 25, I need to have kids by 29, because by 30 everybody gets old. No, you don't. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo, for example. Right? Now this is a crazy example. You're gonna be like, oh, he's a rarity. Yes, guys, of course he's a rarity. Because no one's putting in the work. Only rare people are putting in the work. That's why he's considered a rarity. Cristiano Ronaldo is 37 years old. He's in peak physical condition. He has more money than he's ever had in his life. He's got a beautiful girlfriend. He has 5 kids around him. And now he's still in his peak. He's probably going to go to Saudi, make a bunch of money. He's probably going to become a billionaire, invest that in businesses. And once he retires, he has his whole life to enjoy that. And he will be in the physical condition to enjoy it too. It's the long game for men, guys. You can take multiple examples. You can take Michael B. Jordan for another example. A lot of these actors, Henry Cavill, you look at them when they were in their 20s and no one would look at them for a second time if they were walking down the street. No one would look at Michael B. Jordan if he was 25. When he was 25, go check him out. He had a skinny, frail body, didn't look that attractive. You see him walking down the street, no one's going to look at him twice. Then he hits his 30s. He starts getting big roles. He starts starring in movies like Creed and Black Panther. Builds up a nice physique. Has a good personality to go around it. Knows how to talk to people now. And he's dating all these beautiful women. And he's doing so well for himself. He's richer than he's ever been. He's more famous than he's ever been. And what is he? 35, 36 years old? You do not compare yourself to the average man. Yes, the average man by the time he's 35 is going to look an old deadbeat. He's probably gonna be obese. He's probably gonna be overweight. He's gonna have a dad bod. He's gonna be done. He's probably drunk himself to an abyss, like I said. Probably smokes cigarettes, smokes weed on the weekends, hates his life, goes to a deadbeat job, has no ambition. That's the average man for you. But you don't want to be comparing yourself to an average man, because an average man is a loser. Think about it, guys. You know, women say they hate all men. They have a very right reason to say that. Because an average man is a loser. They are not putting in the work. You and I can't be like that, guys. We need to compare ourselves to the rarities. We need those as our examples. We need to set those as our goals. If LeBron can do it, if Ronaldo can do it, if Michael B. Jordan can do it, if Henry Cavill can do it, then so can we. Why? Why could they do it and why can't we? They took care of themselves. They built bodies. They built financial success. And guys, this works in every aspect of life. These are just people that are famous and I know about, and I can give you an example. I know people in my personal life who are putting in the work, who are 27, 28, 29 years old and just started putting in the work, and they say that they feel better than ever. They say that they're excited for their 30. I am excited for my 30. I'm 23 years old right now. I'm going to be 23 in 2 months. I am excited for how I'm going to look at 30. In 8 years' time, in 7, 8 years' time, how is my life going to change? With this YouTube channel, I'm going to be putting in the work. With my degree being over and me getting experience in the workforce, me reading more books, me talking to more people, me having more experiences with different people, different men and women. My life will be so much better at 30. I'll still be taking care of my skin. If my hair starts falling off, I'll still have a plan to get that rejuvenated. My body is probably, a man's physique doesn't totally develop till he is 30, guys. His bone density doesn't totally develop till he's 30. I'll be looking bigger. People will start respecting me more regardless, because I'll just be getting older. As you get older, people give you more respect as a man. All these things count, guys. Men genuinely age in reverse. And we are living by this timeline where we're always in a rush that, hey, I need to achieve this by 23. No, give yourself time. Like I said, guys, men who think in decades are dangerous. Chris from First Man says this all the time. Men who think in decades are very dangerous. And the only way we will think in decades is if we elongate our timeline, if we give ourselves more time. If we think, okay, our peak is going to hit us at 35. The only way we will do that is by removing this programming that's been done to us that by 30 everyone is old. No, you're not. A man's age starts increasing after 18. A man is born after 18. I am 4 years old. I'm going to turn 5 next year. That's what I tell people. And it's not a joke. People laugh at it and think it's a joke. I'm not joking. I'm being extremely serious when I say I'm only 5 years old. By the time I'm 15, I'm going to take over the world. I'm going to be Alexander the Great. I'm going to be the modern day Alexander the Great. People don't realize this. People think I'm joking. People think I'm not being serious. People think I'm not being realistic. I'm being very realistic. Watch me in another 10 years. I know for a fact that I would take over, inshallah. There's no doubt in my mind. Why wouldn't I? I've been putting in the work, and I will continue putting in the work, inshallah. May Allah keep me on this path. And if I put in the work, why would God not reward me? Why would Allah not reward me? He promises judgment. He promises reward for hard work. And He's given me so much without me putting in the hard work. I can't even imagine how much He will give me when I have put in the hard work. When I stay on His path, when I make Him happy, when I have a purpose, when I want to fulfill a purpose that aligns with what He wants me to do. All these things count, guys. And so that's what I'm going to say. If you're working on yourself, you need to be excited for your 30s. You shouldn't be fearing your 30. You shouldn't be putting in the work right now fearing your 30s. You shouldn't be putting in the work for the reason that I need to be something by 30. No, that's not what your reason should be. You should be putting in your work because you want to be excited for your 30s. That's why you want to be putting in the work. That's why I'm putting in the work. And which is why I am excited for my 30s. Which is why I am excited for my 40s. Which is why I am excited to be a dad one day. All these things count, guys. So that's essentially the message. Men age in reverse. Keep putting in the work, boys, and watch yourself just be a totally different man by the time you're 30, 35 years old. And you will look around, you will look at the people around you, and you will meet one person in a whole year that will be at your level in that age. Because most 30-year-olds are going to be losers. So guys, start putting in the work. Give yourself time. Think in decades. Give yourself a plan, and you will get there. Give yourself the liberty to fail. And the only way you'll give yourself the liberty to fail is to think that, okay, I have time. I have time on my side. Guys, if a man is required to provide, he's also given a certain liberty by God. And that liberty is time. God understands that if I've put him on this earth to provide and protect and to provide value through sustenance, then I need to give him time to figure his stuff out. So yes, if we have a greater ask from us in certain regards, we also have a little leeway. Take that leeway. Stop listening to these movies and the society telling you and the people around you telling you that you need to be settled down by 27, 28. You're 29 years old. Why are you not settled down yet? Guys, it's different. They don't understand because they haven't been in our position. They haven't put in the work. So put them aside. Listen to people like you. People like me. Father figures, mentors who've been through this age, and they will tell you, guys, if you put in the work, 30 is the best age ever. Listen to people like that, guys. I love you. Have a good one.